Hello everyone, this is Dr. P. Mary Anupama, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Biochemistry, St. Joseph's College for Women, here with the topic Structure and Types of Nephrons. The contents of this talk include a basic introduction to nephron, the general structure of nephron, blood supply to nephron, and types of nephron. A nephron, it is the structural and functional unit of kidney and is responsible for the formation of urine. Each kidney, it consists of approximately 1.2 million nephrons which work continuously to filter the blood and also to maintain, this is mainly for maintaining the internal body environment. The nephron performs three major processes which include the tubular filtration, reabsorption and then secretion, and this results in the formation of urine through a coordinated process. Structurally, a nephron is a very long tubular system with specialized functional regions which are adapted to the physiological functions. General structure of nephron. A nephron, it's also called as uniferous tubule. It consists of two main parts. First one is the renal capsule, while the other one is renal tubule. The renal capsule, it is concerned with filtration of the blood, while the renal tubule, it modifies the filtrate into urine through selective reabsorption or even secretion. So the nephron is partly located in the cortex. Half of it is located in the cortex, while half of it is partially extending into the medulla. So this helps in efficient filtration as well as concentration of the urine. This structural arrangement, it is essential for maintaining even the osmotic balance in the body. Now let us study about renal corpuscle or Malpighian tubule. Renal corpuscle, it is the initial part of the nephron and it is located in the cortex of the kidney. It consists of two main components. One is the glomerulus, which are the bunch of capillaries, and the Bowman's capsule. The glomerulus, it's a network of capillaries which is formed by the efferent arteriole. It plays a key role in filtration by allowing water and small solutes to pass into the Bowman's capsule while retaining larger ones like RBC and proteins. The efferent arteriole, it carries the blood away from the glomerulus. It is narrower than that of the efferent arteriole. This creates high pressure which is necessary for filtration in this area. The Bowman's capsule, it is a specialized cup. It is a double wall structure and it surrounds the glomerulus. Its inner layer, it is made up of specialized cells which we call them as the podocytes. So these podocytes, these have those slits, like they act like filtration units. They have small slits. These slits, they allow selective filtration of plasma. The podocytes have specialized slits which allows filtration of plasma, while it also prevents passage of the larger molecules or like the proteins as well as the RBC. Thus, renal corpuscle, it acts as the primary filtration unit of a nephron. Next comes the proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule, it starts from the glomerulus. It is the first tubule which is present in the cortical region, the renal cortex. It is lined by cuboidal epithelium cells, and these cells, they have microvilli or the brush borders which increase the surface area for absorption. The cells of the proximal tubule, they also consist of numerous mitochondria which are required for active transport of molecules. So many molecules are reabsorbed at the proximal tubule itself. They include glucose, amino acids, salts, and 80% of water. Thus, proximal convoluted tubule, it is the most active region of the nephron which is involved in reabsorption. Next comes the loop of Henle. The loop of Henle, it is a U-shaped tube that extends into the medullary region, and then again it returns back to the cortex. It consists of a descending limb and then an ascending limb. The descending limb is thin as compared to the ascending limb. The ascending limb, it is thicker. The descending limb, it is permeable to water and causes water reabsorption, while the ascending limb, it is impermeable to water. And one more thing is, it actively transports salts out, thereby concentrating the urine as well as sending out salts to maintain osmolarity. So this arrangement, it establishes an osmotic gradient in the medulla, and this is required for concentration of the urine. Thus, loop of Finlay, it plays very crucial role in water conservation. Next is the distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubule, it is quite short and it is a very much coiled segment of the tubule which is present in the cortex. The distal convoluted tubule, it is made up of again cuboidal epithelial cells, and these cells, they help in selective reabsorption of water as well as ions from the filtrate which is formed. It also secretes substances, and it also helps regulate the pH balance as well as ionic balance. The functions of this distal convoluted tubule, these are regulated by hormone like the antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone helps reabsorption of water, thereby allowing water retention. And this is important for physiological regulation. Next is the collecting tubule and the collecting duct. The distal convoluted tubule, it opens up into the collecting tubules which join to form the collecting ducts. The collecting tubules, many of them arising out of each of the nephron, they join to form the ducts. These ducts, they pass into the medulla and then open up into the renal pelvis. They help in concentration of the urine. So water reabsorption will be taking place. Water reabsorption, it varies with the body needs, and also uh, they play very major role in regulating the urine volume, how much of volume of urine we are excreting per day. Let us understand the blood supply to the nephron. So each nephron, it is closely associated with a rich network of blood vessels. The blood enters through the glomerulus, through the efferent arteriole, and leaves through the efferent arteriole. The efferent arteriole, it further divides into capillaries surrounding the renal tubule, facilitating exchange of substances. In the medulla, these capillaries, they form straight vessels, which we call them as the vasa recta. They run parallel to the loop of Henle. The vasa recta, they help to maintain the osmotic gradient, which is necessary for concentration of urine. This vascular arrangement, it is essential for efficient functioning of the kidney. Now let us talk about the two types of nephrons that we have. Based upon the location, again these are of two types. We have cortical nephrons and then juxtamedullary nephrons. Now coming to cortical nephrons. Cortical nephrons, these are the most abundant type of nephrons and these make up to 85% of the total nephrons. They are mainly located in the outer cortex and they have a short loop of Henle that extends only to a small distance into the medulla. These nephrons, these are primarily involved in filtration and reabsorption process. They are associated with a dense network of capillaries and these we call them as the peritubular capillaries, which facilitate exchange between blood and filtrate. Exchange of substances will be taking place. So the cortical nephrons, they mainly contribute to formation of dilute urine. Juxtamedullary nephrons. These nephrons, they are very few in number, while they play a critical role in concentration of urine. They are located near the junctions of the cortex and the medulla, and they possess very long loop of Henle that extends deep into the medulla. These nephrons, they are associated with vasa recta and are essential for maintaining the osmotic gradient in the medulla. This enables the kidney to produce concentrated urine, especially during conditions of water scarcity. Let us understand the functional significance of these two types of nephrons. The presence of these two types of nephrons, it ensures that the kidney can perform both dilution as well as concentration of urine efficiently. The cortical nephrons, they form the bulk of filtration and reabsorption process, while the juxtamedullary nephrons, these are specialized in water conservation and concentration of the urine. Both these, they help to maintain medullary osmotic gradient and urine concentration. This division of labor between the two, it supports adaptation to different hydration conditions, like at times we may have lots of water or at times there may be water scarcity. In case of more water, the cortical nephrons will help remove the water, while in case of water scarcity, juxtamedullary nephrons play key role. So thus, the kidneys, they maintain internal balance as well as homeostasis very efficiently. Let us summarize what we have studied. The nephron is a specialized unit that is responsible for the filtration of blood. It is the functional unit as well as the structural unit of the kidney. The structure of nephron, it includes renal corpuscle and the tubular part that in turn has the proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, the distal convoluted tubule, collecting ducts, all of them they are involved in reabsorption, while the capsule is involved in filtration. This structure, it is adapted even for filtration, reabsorption and secretion process. Then we have two types of nephrons, the cortical nephrons and the juxtamedullary nephrons, which provide the functional diversity according to the need. They regulate the urine concentration and help maintain homeostasis efficiently. Recommended books for further study include Guyton and Hall Textbook of Medical Physiology, Essentials of Medical Physiology by K. Sembulingam and Prema Sembulingam, or Human Anatomy and Physiology by Elaine and Mereb et al. Or you can study Review of Medical Physiology by Barrett, Susan, or this is the Indian other one, Textbook of Medical Biochemistry and Physiology by M. N. Chatterjee and Rana Shinde. Thank you.